Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to bring to you today's Pick a Card reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, collective, we have 3 categories for you to choose from today. We have money, we have health, and we have love. So for some of you, this may have to do with career, finances, wealth, money. If you are an entrepreneur, perhaps you're looking for change in the corporate world, or you are retired. We'll look at it all. Feel free to jump ahead in the timestamps in the description box below. If you want to stay and check out all of the categories, feel free. Now, category number 2 is health. We'll be taking a look at the energy centers in the body. We'll be taking a look at what is creating dis-ease, also known as disease, which may be manifesting in the physical form. Please see the disclaimer in the description box below, or a medical professional if need be. And then lastly, we have love. Whether you are single, coupled, perhaps you're in separation, this can also be a focus or emphasis on self-love. We'll be diving into that category. So starting off here, we have finances. So for those of you interested in money, this is the first category. So money, it may have to do with abundance, possibly any blockages that may be holding you back from creating abundance. This has to do with your savings, assets, banks, payouts. I'm also getting legal issues here, or legal battles, or you may feel that there's been some form of injustice, because I'm getting the justice energy here for you as well. This may have to do with fortune, inheritance, investments, new income sources. So let's dive into the category of money. What do we need to know here for the collective? Well, 10 of Pentacles, can we get a better money card? This is the card of wealth, family, inheritance, retirement. This is long-term growth. So a lot of you are on the same page. I mean, this is most people's dream. It's the card of privilege. And when it does come to money, this is about financial security, abundance, being able to hit long-term goals. And some of you, you may even have a goal to retire early, maybe travel, spend more time doing the things that you truly enjoy, spending time with family. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, some of you have felt like you had to set healthy boundaries when it comes to family dynamics. Okay, there may have even been some sort of debt. I feel if you had to go through a loss of a family member or a death, if an inheritance was a part of a situation, that may be why I was seeing the justice scales, because some of you, there could have been family drama tied to an estate, tied to an inheritance here. There may have been arguments. Now, someone may have the drive to win at all costs, and that may have put you in a state of financial distress. Some of you may have gone through, an ending. Okay, you may have gone through a divorce, or you had to file bankruptcy. There is a situation that you've gone through in the past that you were meant to experience, even though it may have been difficult or challenging, with the 5 of Swords here. Okay, but the wheel is spinning. When it comes to money, this is about what's in motion brings success. This is destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So I am getting, for a lot of you, this is not repeating whatever cycle of the past that you closed out here. Okay, I am feeling that a lot of you are hitting some sort of milestone. You could be paying off a loan, paying off a car. You could be getting closer to retirement. There may be some sort of payout. I'm getting governing agencies such as the Hierophant. So some of you may work for the government, work for, an organization or the county. There may have been great benefits here or a good retirement plan. I'm also getting military for some of you. And then your final outcome is the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. When it comes to money, this is success, this is harmony, and this is stability. So for those of you that are entrepreneurs, you may have questioned, can this job, can this direction allow me to be financially abundant into my retirement, or can this bring me all the way? I feel like the answer is yes, but, okay? Nobody likes to hear a but let me tell you why. Because you do have the Five of Swords here. So yes, you can be a successful entrepreneur, but there needs to be a turn or a change that you initiate when it comes to how you show up, right? Or how you are authentic to your gifts, or expansion. That's what I'm getting here, is expansion. Because with the world, I feel like you've hit a little bit of a glass ceiling in your business or in your entrepreneurship, where you are asked to grow and expand and try something new. And I feel like you absolutely will be successful here. I mean, you have 4 yes cards. Okay, 4 yes cards you see at the very top, and these are very prominent major arcana showing up for you. You have, the Wheel of Fortune and the World. So I feel like you can go all the way. For those of you that are looking for change in the corporate world, there's the change with the Wheel of Fortune. The Five of Swords says that there could have been a loss, a petty argument here. You may have created some form of an enemy, okay? And I feel like this enemy was projecting. They may have been very jealous. The Five of Swords is not a fun person. They can even be a bully. They can coerce you. They can manipulate you. They can be very underhanded. It's someone who they win at all costs, and they come in like a Tasmanian devil, ripping through things like a storm. And I feel like if that wasn't meant for you, that's why this is a no card. This is an N. So it means that something needed to come to an end in order for you to fully reach your fullest potential, regardless if you are in the corporate world or working on your own. There's an old lifestyle, an old way of doing something, an old belief system that you are wrapping up, because this says you will successfully reach your goals. And for some of you, travel could be involved. You may travel for business. You may reach people globally. Ooh, yeah. For some of you, you are an inspiration here with the Ten of Pentacles. You could help a lot of people. You could help find family. Some of you are creating wealth to pass down to family, or maybe that has happened for you, or it will happen for you, is generational wealth. Some of you may have married into money at some point as well, but I do get that there was some sort of a loss or an ending because you've wrapped up that cycle, or maybe you just went through some sort of loss or ending, and it was challenging, it was difficult, but you are a survivor, collective. You have what it takes. And for those of you that are retired, this is the retirement energy. And it says that there may have been some mental conflict. Should I go back to work? Should I go back into the corporate world? I don't have enough money to travel. Or maybe you felt like you weren't quite sure how the economy was going to take off, something of that nature. But this is about feeling happy. It's about feeling comfortable and content. So going over the energies here, this is about legacy manifesting for all of you, despite your position, entrepreneurship, career, a corporate career, retired. Some of you are balancing both. You want to get out of this so you can move off and do something over here that will bring you, fortune. And I am getting fame for some of you as well. This is fame. If you are perhaps an influencer, or you've written a book, or you could be an actor. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is Sagittarian energy. We have the World here, which is Capricorn. I am getting some earth here, as well as, fire and air. So a little bit of everything. But when it does come to finances, I feel like you are going to create new income that is going to help you, not just now, but long term as well. So beautiful energy. For those of you looking to create, let's actually clarify here. Spirit, can you clarify how the collective can turn this wheel and produce more wealth, income, money, or abundance? What do we need to do? What does the collective need to do to reach the goal of the Four of Wands? Stability, harmony, you know, feeling content with where you're at. What do we need to do to get that wheel spinning? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Chariot. Those came out quick. That's quick, fast moving energy. This is acting on your plans now. Don't wait. Okay, accelerating quickly. This is persevering willpower. Okay, yes, your dedication has been tested. Yes, you felt like you got off track for a little bit. But because you have the two fastest moving energies in the deck, this could be strong Cancerian. So Cancer season for you, July, August could be very significant. Or excuse me, June, July. I mean, maybe some of you August as well. But I am getting here, act now and persevere. Go all in. Stay consistent. Because some of you, you may have had that idea and then you got sidetracked. Then you got busy. Then you kind of lost traction of something. So if you want this, Spirit is saying go for it. And some of you are saying, well, Melissa, I don't have the money to go for it, or I'm trying to go for it. It's not working. If that's the case, what are some blockages that may be stopping the collective from moving forward? Because we see messages, we see action. Sometimes it can be self-sabotage. Sometimes it can be limiting beliefs around money. Sometimes we don't even know what the heck kind of passion we want to pursue. All right, we have, what passion am I ready to pursue? Your passions will continually lead you to your purpose. What passion have you put to the side, given up on, or buried? That's exactly what we were just talking about here. So even if you work in a job that doesn't feel like it's emotionally fulfilling at this time, can you still take baby steps towards your goals and know that that is a stepping stone to get to where you want to go? Keep your vibration high, keep taking the action steps, and focus on what it is that you truly want. Don't take your eye off the prize, but also know that you will not be in the position you are in forever, right? So write a list of the passions to which you want to give life to right now. Then journal, how can you incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life? Yeah, that's why you have the Chariot here. That's why you have the Eight of Wands. Start now. Don't wait till you're 50. Don't wait till you're 80. Don't wait till you're even 22, right? Spirit is saying if you're passionate enough about it, no more excuses, right? And Elizabeth Gilbert writes in her book, Big Magic, if it means enough to you, if it's important enough to you, you'll treat your creativity like an affair. And I had to chuckle as I read that in her book, Big Magic, because I'm thinking, well, why would we, right? Why would we treat that as an affair? But if you think about it, when we are dedicated to someone, or we're having an affair, which kind of a interesting analogy, but you'll do what you need to do to spend time with that person, even if it's a small, 5 minutes, or even if it's at midnight, or if it's 6 in the morning, or whenever, you're going to make time for it. So when it comes to your passion and your creativity, if you want it bad enough, if it really stirs you up, this is something Spirit is saying, make time for. Okay, so trust your soul's whispering and let your passions draw you towards your dream life. So yeah, make time for it here, because I feel like some of you, it is that inconsistency or procrastination, and that is a test of willpower, right? No one can make you do anything that you don't want to do. And then lastly, this is a big part of it, and Nancy Levin has a great book called Net Worth Equals Self-Worth. And that has to do with self-love and self-worth. And you have, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. That's a quote by Buddha. So action steps that you can take, collective, to help you get closer to your dreams. 1, set stronger boundaries. 2, meditate and listen to your heart. 3, speak to yourself with compassion. 4, focus on your strengths. 5, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. 6, say yes to something you're afraid of. 7, let go of what you cannot control. 8, stay far away from drama and negativity. 9, ask for help and allow it. So many people get caught in that pickle, right? We ask and ask and ask, but then it's right here and we deny it. We reject it. We don't believe it. We have a limiting belief that says, well, that's not really meant for me, or maybe that opportunity is, maybe I'm not good enough. We tend to block it, sometimes even unintentionally or subconsciously. And it says, write down, number 10, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. So I'm loving this energy. Hopefully you can take some of those action steps that can really help you infuse more love, more passion, more abundance into your money. And also take a look at the exchange that you do have with money, okay? So money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. It comes and goes. But it's also your responsibility, collective, to heal your money issues, okay? All right, let's take a deep dive into health. We have detox showing up here. This is about eliminating toxicity, okay? This may have to do with health. Well, it is health, healthy body, healthy mind. The mind is just as significant, right? This is withdrawing from drama, possibly going on a cleanse. This can be diet. This can be release. So let's take a look here. Now, I have pulled out all of the major arcanas in this deck, including the 7 chakra cards. So we're just going to get a good shuffle here for you, collective, and take a look at the energy centers and the possible dis-ease that could be sitting in the body. So of course, take it as it resonates. Seek a health professional or medical professional if need be. All right, we have the crown chakra. The crown chakra is all about our belief system. So this is our connection to the divine. This is trusting that life is happening for us, not to us. So sometimes we get in that victim mentality, right? We get in that victim mentality and we feel like we are separated from our oneness. You have the Lover's energy here as well. So for some of you, you may want to get back into the practice of maybe meditation, grounding your energy. Wow, we have literally the Lovers and the Devil for health. This is powerful. This is the connection to the divine and then the connection to the physical. And that's so hard to balance sometimes. So when the crown chakra shows up, it can affect memory, okay? It can affect the eyes, the head. It can even be neurological issues. It can at times bring about mental personality disorders, things of the mind. Sometimes it can bring about paranoia. Okay, bottom of the deck here, we have the World. Okay, so looking at the crown chakra, again, crown is located in the head region, the crown region of the body. And how is your connection with the divine? Are you trusting that whatever you are going through in life, right, whatever it may be, do you understand that you are a soul having a human experience? Even though you've gone through challenges and struggles and ups and downs and you've rode, the roller coaster of life here, some of you may have shut down your spiritual gifts or your intuition. Some of you feel at times like you don't quite trust that you are, part of this oneness, which is so interesting here because the Lover's showing up for you when it comes to health. This is good health. It's recovery as well. So it's interesting to note that you have the Lovers and the Devil because some of you are getting back into a position of feeling better about yourself. Okay, if this was a condition, there is recovery. Okay, usually one condition may follow another if this is treated, or some of you may feel like one of the things that you were dealing with led into another. This can also point to the lungs. This is the heart center, heart region. So this can be lungs. It can be the airways. It can also be any organs that are paired or partnered, such as the lungs, such as, maybe the hips, anything that we have two of that could have been a difficulty for you. I'm also getting here allergies. Something with breathing here. This could be asthma for some of you. What I'm getting with the devil though is this can be a division of the heart and the mind. This is, and this has to do with the crown, maybe even psychological problems. Like I said, bipolar. I am getting identity. Where is my identity? Midlife crisis, identity crisis. Who am I? What's my purpose? What am I here for? And that devil creeps in at times and tries to hold you back from, believing that you are here with purpose. I'm also getting here balance. Okay, this can be a Libran energy. Libran governs the heart chakra, and Taurus as well, Venusian energy. But this can be about needing more balance in your world. Some of you may have even suffered from vertigo, or you may have lost your balance here. Be mindful of falls, slippages, things of that nature. And that can be the 2 feet, like we said, the 2 parts of the body showing up here. And because we have the devil showing up right next to it, this can be artificial and, fake. I'm getting, this is, okay, spiritual bypass. Oh gosh. I feel like I just heard about this the other day, or was listening to someone talking about spiritual bypass. And that is sometimes being a little bit afraid to dive into the work because it's scary, right? It's scary. We may be fearful of what we may find when we dive in. And a lot of you, you've done the work, or you are doing the work, but sometimes we just want to break, right? I mean, no shame in the game there. And I feel with the devil showing up, sometimes this can be people that you don't trust, or people that get in your head, people that cause you to feel restricted, or beliefs that you have, because we're still tuning into the crown chakra, beliefs that keep you behind bars. Okay, sometimes this can be false promise. Okay, false promises. This can be someone telling you that you have something without really diving into it a little bit. Maybe that's that spiritual or healing bypass. I am getting with the devil as well. Be mindful of who you trust when it does come to your health. Okay, that's important, because sometimes they may not have your best interest at mind. They may be just trying to make $1, or it may be due to insurance or something of that nature. So if someone doesn't know, I feel like they would be first to tell you something, just to tell you to get off their back. So just be mindful of that, okay, when it does come to health. Now, when the devil shows up, the danger is in addictions, indulgences, overdoing it. This can be substance abuse. It can be drugs, pills. The devil is addictions. It is fears. It's temptations here in the earthly realm. It can even be codependent dynamics on others. It can be obsessions. It can be depression, phobias. This also has to do with sex. Sex is a very physical, earthly thing, and sometimes that may have to do with maybe even STDs or HIV, things of that nature. Now, on a psychic level as well, this can feel like psychic attacks. Maybe that's that spiritual bypass, or maybe even spiritual protection that I'm picking up on here for you as well. And this is also about imbalance. So regardless, I feel like there is imbalance within the chakra centers, and I am getting sacral here as well, or more of the roots, first, second, and third, more of the physical. Now, this can also be partaking in risky behaviors, risky business. Just be mindful, right? Awareness and mindfulness is the key. And because you have the Lovers here, there's nothing that you can't work with spirit, with the crown, to heal the body. All right, there's the heart chakra, and we did talk about this as well. This can hold a lot of bitterness, anger, resentment. It can affect the lungs. It can be breast cancer. It could be heart palpitations, heart attacks, stroke, murmurs. It can be depression and anxiety. But also when this is in its highest form, right? It is unconditional love. And that's what we see here on the Lover's card. So know that you are enveloped and loved by the divine. You are the divine. So how can you not be part of this love? So this is really beautiful energy here. All right. Now we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is really good, but it depends. It can swing this side and it can swing this side. I'm getting something with mood, right? Sudden changes in mood. This can be mood swings. It can also be lower back, spinal disc, sacral. This card typically is very positive, but it can bring about quick negative changes at times when it comes to health. And again, something with instability. I'm also getting menopause or cycles, something cyclical. Okay, it may come and go. Maybe there's some sort of autoimmune or some sort of flare or breakout. I'm also getting, and this is interesting, cold sores. Okay, cold sores. Maybe some of you want to look into taking like more lysine, things of that nature, if that's the case. This is a path of recovery, but sometimes you may go in cycles of ups and downs. Now, this can also be the spine, if I didn't mention that already, because I am getting something with the back. Because the back is, it's what balances us. It's how we move. We need that spine. And I also feel that this may have to do with nerve compression. I'm getting herniated discs or some sort of pinched nerve as well. But I feel like, and I'm also getting water drinking, hydration. Okay, with this Wheel of Fortune energy. Now, it's also about, again, repetitive behaviors. It's like right when you feel like you're on track. Some of you, this may have to do with, going in cycles. You stop drinking or you stop smoking or you stop eating, but then you get back on, you fall back off the wagon is kind of what I feel here. But, and that may be finding that balance between, your spiritual health and the physical health. Sometimes it's really convenient to stop and get, some sort of gas station food or processed foods. I mean, if we were meant to not indulge, right, it wouldn't be a polarity here for us to choose from. So I'm not saying don't ever eat ice cream or don't ever, do something or partake in some sort of human endeavor. We're having a human experience, but just try to be mindful of overdoing it is what I'm picking up on here for you. All right. Lastly here, when it does come to health, we have the World at the bottom. This is balance ultimately between the body, the mind, and spirit. It is completion. It's final recovery. So if there was an ongoing health issue, this is spirit saying there will be resolution. And if there aren't any health issues, which if you're listening to this, I'm wondering why, but I feel like it is about balancing out your health. But I am also getting aging, anti-aging, maybe products. This can be rejuvenation. It could be being in the best shape of your life, regardless of how old you are, because this can be the natural aging process and trying to stay as refreshed and as in the best shape that you possibly can. Okay, so I am getting embracing recovery and feeling like you are literally on top of the world. You can see that the heart is blossoming there, and there is a completion. There is an energy here of transformation, transmutation. Okay, did someone have some sort of leg cut off or a toe cut off or a finger? I mean, I always talk about energy transmuting, but they literally showed me like amputee. Okay, wow. That could also be symbolic for, life and death. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. And this is, it feels like a final chapter when we're all going to die, right? We're all on that path, but the energy within is going to be transmuted into, a new life or a new, just something shifting. So trust that this human body that you've chosen in this earthly plane is your vehicle, is your vessel, is your, your best friend here. So try to take as best care as you can to try to feel your best even as you age, okay? I am getting Botox here or some sort of, maybe some of you are taking a product that replaces Botox. So maybe you're looking into herbs. You could be looking into creating or making or selling some sort of plant-based product or a nutritional pill. I'm getting like vitamins, wellness products, something that helps you feel better, have mortality, I almost said, but vitality. I mean, we already are immortal, right? But there is something here with a lot more vitality and embracing good health. So I really like this for you. I hope this resonates, collective, for the health category. All right, now let's take a deep dive into love. What do we have here for love? We have romance. This may involve marriage at one point, or high levels of commitment. It can be a union, soulmate, twin flame. This could be strong bonds between you and others, or that which you are calling in. Romance can also be about self-love, right? Love in the self. It may have to do with intimacy, soulmate, passion, desire. So let's dive in and see what's happening for you, collective, in your love life. What's going on in matters of the heart? What do we have for the collective here? Ooh, temperance. Okay. Someone is needing and required to have a little bit of patience, okay, and to heal rifts, to mend the heart, to take a look. I'm getting strong self-love. Even if you are coupled up, self-love is a big part of the temperance. And avoiding the ego, okay, avoiding the ego, which we all have. But I don't feel like this is necessarily the healthiest type of energy here, because patience is required. Someone may have some major highs and lows with temper, okay, or with maybe even substance or some sort of emotional imbalance that needs more balancing out in matters of the heart. Some of you could have had a little bit of a fit of rage, or someone you were dealing with went through a little bit of a fit of rage with that temperance card showing up here. We also have the Two of Wands. This is building a rewarding relationship, but it's a two. And twos are about choices, collective. So when it comes to matters in the heart, we have a choice. Do I want to become bitter? Do I want to become impatient? Do I want to let the ego overrule and override? Or do I want to become better in this relationship, with my self-love, in my singlehood, in this separation? We can carry rage, anger, guilt, resentment, shame, humiliation. We can certainly hold on to that, but what's it going to do? Go back to the health reading. It's going to create dis-ease. And it's going to hold us in a state of ambiguity, of back and forth, and just, blocking the highest level of love, which begins with self. So you have a choice here. And I feel like a lot of you want to build a rewarding relationship with self or with others. So what do we have here, please? Four of Cups. But someone has withdrawn affection, or there was indifference. We may be focusing so much on what we've lost, something that's went down in the past, some sort of hurt or pain that we've gone through, that it steals away from what we can build in the present, right? And the present continuously adding up to, the future, but staying present right here, right now, instead of, some of you may be going through a situation with someone where one party or both keeps bringing up a past issue and it's not helping the relationship at all. Or if this doesn't involve someone else, you're thinking of the what ifs, or you're contemplating, you're oscillating, riding the fence of, should I have said something differently? Should I have made a different move? How could I have done that? Or how could they have done that? And I do feel like someone could be pointing fingers here of blame. Knight of Swords comes in, and there is a big shift in this dynamic. Knight of Swords is someone who takes action. I'm going to save this one here because I feel like this is part of where you want to go. Actually, you know what? We'll just talk about it. This is the Ten of Pentacles. We've seen that in the finance reading as well, but this can be about legacy, securing a family life. And I feel this is most people's dream. This is legacy. It is privilege. It's about having your soul tribe, the people that you love, all your 15 cats or your 10 dogs, right? Or, you know, the grandbabies, or just friends who support you, even if it's not blood related. We are meant to be communal here on earth. And sometimes I'll have people comment and say, I don't need anyone. I don't want anyone. I'm fine by myself. And I'm not going to lie, I was one of those people, right? I was one of those independent, stubborn people that said, I don't need anyone. I can do this all myself. But is that truly what we've come here to evolve into? Is, you know, someone who rejects love from entering in and out because we've been hurt or because we have been conditioned to be independent, right? I had to grow up way before my time, which put me in a position of conditioning that I had to be strong, right? I couldn't show my vulnerabilities or my weaknesses. I had to always have everybody else's, you know, had to be hyper aware and hyper focused on everything going on. And it led to a sense of, you know, false control. But it is our responsibility to heal our conditioning, whether through family, whether from society, whether from heartache, heartbreak. That's not what we are meant to do, is completely back off, right? And not let love enter our worlds, because we are love. And the more that we resist by staying in that energy of shame, pain, humiliation, victim mentality, not good enough, or being mad at people, or whatever it may be, the longer it's going to take for us to reach, you know, this energy here of Ten of Pentacles, happiness, abundance, love, marriage, higher level of commitment, soul tribe, and support. It's the completion in the physical, earthly realm. It is the moment when, you know, we lay our head to rest before we decide to cross over and go home, as I call it, or go to heaven or wherever, right? It is not having regrets and saying, I lived my life the way that, you know, I had intended to, and I gave all that I could in matters of the heart. What else do we have going on here? Whew, that was a little deep, you guys. What's happening here? All right, what else do we have for the collective in matters of love? King of Pentacles and Chariot. When it comes to love, this is securing a strong, stable love. This is the king to your Ten of Pentacles. So for those of you that are single, you are securing a greater sense of stability, and you will be moving forward. Chariot energy is self-care instead of chasing it. For those of you singles out there, I don't feel like it's necessary for you to chase and get into that energy of sometimes even obsession or thinking this will never happen, or I have to be in Mach 100 mode in order to find love. I mean, yes, we have to put action and we have to step outside of our comfort zone, but I also feel like sometimes we're guided just to take care of ourselves. And sometimes that's when love comes in, when we least expect it. Now, for those of you that are in separation, you are being guided here to secure a sense of self-love instead of focusing on all of the what ifs or the should haves or what went wrong. Work on your own healing and know that everything that happens in that dynamic was for your highest good. Even if it was a challenge, even if it shook you to your core, even if it was, you know, traumatic, I feel like it is securing a deeper sense of who you are, and that's what you're meant to come out of. And remember that you made a soul contract that you're currently fulfilling in all matters of the heart. Okay, some of you have dealt with some strong family dynamics of people who had maybe substance abuse here, or you felt alienated from the family. Maybe you felt like the black sheep. I'm also getting siblings. Some of you may have even had a sibling who either left, right? Left and went very far away, moved very far away. Some of you had a sibling that crossed over, maybe even at a younger age here, or you had someone who never really grew up, right? They may have been very immature. And for those of you who are coupled, I feel like you have created this sense of 10 of Pentacles. But if there is an energy of continuously bringing up the past, or I wish you could be who you were 20 years ago, that's not ideal. That's an expectation that you will set yourself up for disappointment, because we are not who we were 20 years ago. Now, that doesn't mean that all love is lost, but what it means is we can explore who we are today with this person that you're with, right? And reignite that flame and understand that, you know, you may both have different goals or different interests or different hobbies, but how can you bring that back into the mix? Because sometimes if we're together with someone for such a long time, you tend to kind of veer apart and have different lives. And Spirit is saying, instead of having that separation here, how can we bring this together? How can we heal? How can we get back on track and build a rewarding relationship? Because the twos are the two pillars. Do we want them to stand together with each other, or are they going in this direction? And if they're going in this direction, but yet you're still staying and you're creating bitterness and rage and resentment and hate towards your partner, then I have to ask you to question, why are you still allowing yourself to stay in that energy? If a soul contract has been filled and has been completed, then take action to exit that union, because you deserve happiness and your partner deserves happiness as well. Like I said, we can choose to become bitter or better, but the choice is yours. Ultimately, final outcome, King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Chariot. So this is being able to move forward in life wherever you are at in matters of the heart, right? Whether you are just focusing on, you know, your career, or maybe you're focusing on your children or your self-care, or your health, or whatever it may be here, know that you're not alone, okay? Know that you are guided with the Chariot energy. The Chariot has that divine guidance as well. It guides us in steady ways, but sometimes when we resist our path, our soul's path, that's when we lose the reins in a way, or it feels like things are going haywire. If we allow that tower to crumble, if it's meant to, let it come down. Even though it may be challenging to let it do so, it's going to put us in a higher position here where we can step out of the Four of Cups. Spirit, what can the collective do to stop focusing on maybe the cups that have spilled prior and focus on that Ace of Cups that wants to come in, that's showing up here? How can the collective focus on the Ace of Cups? Queen of Pentacles. So now we have a divine counterpart. Now we have both the King and the Queen creating that 10. If this isn't a happily ever after some nightmarish fairy tale stuff, I don't know what is. 3 of Wands. There you are. You're moving on. You're making the decision to become better, not bitter, whatever that may look like in your life. And you are committing. You are committing to a higher love. You are engaging with others, or engaging with your spouse, or opening your heart chakra up. This is celebratory energy. So I love the synchronicities taking place in this reading for all of you looking for love, feeling that higher level of love here. There's mutual and beneficial guidance from others that is available here for you. And the efforts of your energy will bear fruit, okay? You are not putting in all this work just to be left to be, alone. We're not alone. Like I said, that's not the purpose here. We are meant to collaborate, whether it's with your pets, whether it's with, friends, with children, with parents, with a stranger, with whomever, soulmate and lovers as well. We are meant to interact. And I feel like you will reach the goal, whatever your goal is here. Okay, whatever that is, whatever the 10 of Pentacles means for you, and that King and the Queen of the two forces joining, it's right here. That is what I have for you, Intuitive Soul Tribe. I hope that was helpful, whether you checked out, the money category, the health, or the love. I would love to hear which pile resonated with you most. Drop it in the comment section below. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.